I'm the same way, Shop. I don't know with you. Let's get it. Come on, come on. Hey.
You are now about to witness
Nick's Real Talk just entered the chat. We ain't Google apps like Google Maps. We don't use our YouTube frugal with stats as usual facts. It's your man, the brand is hands on, going hard like calluses. Who's style just aiming at the mental with the game analysis on a pregame show. Read the script, you know we get it like crypto in the rip though. I cyber decrypted, we locked them from the get go. On this Nick show, it's the co-pilots in the cloud like Microsoft. We hot like salt, the KRT drip club leading up the tip off. We fuel by confidence, put your Nick content in beast mode like my charm. We a cheat code, we roll the bar too far for you to reach on. We get our teach on the show that's fire. Prior to Nick going to the wire, hit the entire game, somewhere in front of me, the numbers be. They don't lie, career popped up from the third eye, you heard why. It's the #1 pregame show that's hitting like Soto. But picture the photo of your bro to the lens of that moto. It's the OGs, we outside riding on orange blue skies. In the Metropolitan, we connect in the vets go wallowing. And the matters with the massive without shaking asses. The team streaming on major platforms of passion. Fans asking who the creed that's in the building killing this Nick Kid assassin.
You are now about to witness
It's the Nick's Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
Hey! You are now about to witness
It's the Nick's Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
Hey! You are now about to witness
It's the Nick's Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
Hey!
He's on fire!
Hey!
He's on fire!
Hey!
Yo, salute, salute, salute. What's good, man? It's the pregame show, Divine Shot Power with Knicks in Brooklyn. Down there in the Barclays Center tonight, man. Ladies and gentlemen, they go down there on the road, try to get a pop at road, but at home. At road, but at home. So you can see the Knicks going in and try to get a win, man, after taking that L the other day in Orlando, man. But before we get into all them things, man, let me bring my partner here so we really can get this thing open and going, man. Shot Power's good, my man.
Salute to you, Divine, as always. Salute to the family in the chat. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Fabian is in the building early. Fabe, what's good, my man? Good to see you, Brody. Man, listen, man, we in the building. Knicks in the building, man. Knicks got the, like I said, got the Brooklyn Nets at the Barclays tonight, man. I'm about to go down there, try to see if they can get a win under their belt, man, after kind of disappointing loss the other day. But they lived to fight another day, still early in the season. Got plenty more games under doctrine. But, just was disappointed to say the least. But you know what? We're going to forget about all that. We're going to really get in here and talk about this one, man. And because this team who's going the other direction, they definitely going the other way. And for their season and everything like that, Brooklyn is definitely in a rebuild, retool, whatever the case may be. But you still got to come out there and bring your A game no matter who you playing. They have won 3 games, so that means they beat somebody in the NBA.
Right.
So we don't want to be that fourth one. That's for sure. So we definitely got to go out there tonight and cross T's and dot I's and get it popping, man. And hopefully we come out there with a victory to get us to 10-6. But let me shout out some people who just got in the building. Mr. Tito's is in the building. John is in the building. Peace, Mr. Tito's was popping. John, good to see you, my man. Queen Darlene, as always, sister, good to see you as well. Nick Yak is in the building, man. Nick Yak is back. We in here, man. Let's get it, man. Shot Power, just one of the things, man. Gotta go ahead and get anything. Only thing make a bad taste in your mouth feel better. Some good, and that good taste will be a good win today. No matter who you playing, we know Brooklyn not going away, but we still got to play them. You know, what I mean? We still got to go come out of that thing with a W. Before we go down to Charlotte, win it. Then we got the Thanksgiving day off, man. So, but other than that, man, I'm a little getting a bad taste out my mouth from the other day. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm one of the most optimistic Knicks fans you know. And more, but I was disappointed the other day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna keep it a buck up ahead. I did not like the way the Knicks played the other night. And I don't care if you had Deuce and Bride, I don't care if you had Nancy Sherman, no Anunoby, whatever. John Powell, I was a little disappointed in that game just due to the fact not only did you give up 130 something, they was kind of taking it to us. But it happens, you can't be at your best every day. But that one left a bad taste in my mouth. So we got to kind of get that taste, wash that out, get some good mouthwash, get it all out of our mouth and get on to the next one, man. But let's do it.
Yeah, that definitely it wasn't the loss for me You know what I mean? Because we're still 9-6. You know what I mean? It's not the loss. You know what I mean? They can make up if we, the 60-point, 15 games and 20 games and all that, 15-5 and all that stuff to make the numbers right. They can make that up, whatever. It was the way they lost the game. That's what made me upset. Like you said, Divine, 130-some points, and these guys were just getting filthy on us. They was driving to the hole. They was shooting shots that they wasn't supposed to shoot, shooting better than their percentage average for the year, driving to the hole 50-something, going, killing us down low, getting to the foul line. It was, and we still fought, but I say, I was one to say, damn, I wish Deuce was here tonight. Dang, Shamit, damn, I hope he be all right, man, so he could come back. We needed him tonight. And I mean, man, this was a game that we really, really, I would like to see OG out here that night. That's how I was, you know what I mean? And guys in step, I don't want to say guys in step up because guys did play basketball. It wasn't like we scored 101 points or something like that, you know what I mean? But it was just the way we lost.
Yeah, absolutely. Our interior defense was
man.
Mr. Robinson didn't give me that, man. I'm big on to do, but that interior defense was like crazy. I'm like, y'all coming out here driving like y'all going through a car wash or something, you know what I mean? So, it's like y'all just coming through here and getting your cars washed or whatever. They was waxing the shit out the way going down that lane. So we got, like I said, you live and you learn. But ladies and gentlemen, something that's real important. I don't want to harp on too much of the negative stuff, but it's part of the game. But let me tell you guys something. That now y'all see how important Deuce McBride is. You see how important Shaman is. Much as we think these guys, but these are important dudes for the Knicks, man, because they defend the basketball. They defend the basketball pretty well at their position. And whether we think they might not be superstars or stars or young celebrity players or not, Deuce McBride and Landry Shaman is important to the Knicks, ladies and gentlemen, just because of the point of attack from up in the top and the backcourt. They guard the backcourt. They keep them point guard from breaking down. Or they got one thing I like about them. They got length on it. At least they what's that word we're looking for? Shop Howard. When they say they height plus their reach as well. That's another word I'm looking for. But they got good reach on them, and I think that makes a difference with these guys. When you might be 6'2", but your arms is 3 foot long.
Yeah.
The wingspan.
Wingspan. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, they Deuce McBride might be 6'1", but he got a good wingspan.
Yeah, he like
Shaman plays in front of you, and they missed them dudes the other night because that's why once they got past Jalen Brunson and them dudes and Tyler Kolek and all them, they was eating. Now Mitchell Robinson went at his best cat, but that's really not what he do down here. So I think all in all, I just want to say that's why I was glad the Knicks brought Shaman back. That's why much people think about Deuce McBride. You miss Deuce McBride because they hound the ball. They take time off the clock. They don't allow point guard to they guards with the ball just to get down there and start operating and doing what Jalen Brunson do to the other people. So that we missed that shot. I say all that to say that, man, we missed that. So I'm not going to babble too much about it. I just wanted to let everybody know that. But optimistic we are, man. We missed Deuce McBride the other day, ladies and gentlemen. Salute to the chat. Queen Darlene, like I said, is the building. Nostalgia, AP. Nostalgia, what's popping? Celso, what's good, my man? Good to see you. We'll talk, man. For real. Everybody, man. Brian Acosta, thank you for the super chat and being a member always. Nostalgia got that arrow going toward AD. I ain't mad at you. But, man, listen, we got to go ahead tonight. Don't take Brooklyn for granted, Shop Powers. They're still an NBA team. They still got some decent players. Last time we played, Michael Porter Jr. was getting it popping. You know what I mean? So we can't take these guys for granted. If we got to go in there and pretend like they're a top high echelon team. No matter who you play, you got to treat them like they one of the best in the league. That way you will perform at your best. Because sometimes when you play down to the competition, you wind up losing games. You know what I mean? We don't want them to lose.
You're not in rhythm.
Yeah, right. And you're not going 110%.
Right.
I mean, you're going 70% because the other team they ain't that good, whatever. But you got to go 110% no matter who you playing. I think they need to do that tonight. Do not take Brooklyn for granted, ladies and gentlemen. They mess around and go in there and they can lose the game. And I think when all the smoke settle and the dust clear, Knicks still be a top echelon team. But these games like this, you can't take for granted. Go in there and beat these boys, man, and get that win back. Get a win that you lost the other day. Get that loss back. You know what I mean? And try to get a win shot power. So I'm really looking forward to these guys going out there against a team that's going the opposite direction. Like I said, they headed toward the lottery. So I think they don't got nothing to fear, don't got nothing to worry about. If they lose, they happy. I mean, it ain't gonna matter. So tonight we can't take these guys for granted because they just not going nowhere. You know what I mean? They still got guys that can play in the NBA shot power. So we got to get it. Ron, what's good, my man? Ron, what's popping, my brother? What's good? Ron is in the building. Mr. CEO, Steel Knicks fan is in the building. SKF or the General is in the building tonight. Shot power, but we got to go ahead and try to beat these guys tonight, man. Go ahead, like I said, a lot of guys got a chance to step up tonight. That without no Anunoby, no Orlando Shamet, no Shamet, and all them guys. And like I said, me and you were talking in the background. I know we like to get these guys. We want these young guys to play. This is just my personal opinion. We want these young guys to play, but I hate to tell y'all, they ain't ready for this. They just not ready for this. I'm sorry. Bacone Daddy and Tyler Cole and them, yeah, they might get in there and give you a little offense, but they get smashed on the defense side of the ball. I was like, they getting smashed on the defense side of the ball. So we got to see if we can go out there and hope these guys get into a rhythm tonight and maybe do a little bit more better. The War I'm okay with, man, but we definitely got some guys. I don't know if their mentality is built for New York City. This is a gritty city. And I don't think they gritty players. I think they good players, but I don't think their mentality, like to me, Daddy, his mentality to me don't fit New York City. The gritty, the toughness, the hardest. You know how, we talking about 90s Knicks, 80s Knicks, all that shit. You know what I mean? I think some of these players we bring in here, I don't know if they can handle the pressure in New York City shot power. Just not to get off the game, but
I'll say this. I don't think he gets many minutes to get into rhythm and into a good rotation because he's probably going to maybe be moved at the deadline. Maybe it's possible. You know what I mean? So a lot of things with basketball is about rhythm. And if you ain't getting no rhythm, you know what I mean, what you're gonna get done. You know what I mean? You can't get nothing cooking if you ain't got no vegetables. However that thing saying goes or whatever, you know what I mean? So if you can't get out on the court and you can't get your jump shot to go in, and when you get out on the court, you're only getting 3 or 4 minutes, and you look terrible in those 3 or 4 minutes, and now the next time you ain't gonna get no minutes for like 7 games. Yeah, it makes a difference, you know what I mean? It makes a big difference. So, you know what I mean? It makes a big difference. So we just gotta figure it out, and we will.
Yep, real quick. And I say all this to say, ladies and gentlemen, here's my point. They didn't get the minutes under Tibbs, so you can't blame Tibbs now. They're not getting the minutes under Mike Brown except because of injuries that's there. I just don't know if these guys got it, so we'll see how it goes. But tonight's game, ladies and gentlemen, New York Knicks got to go into Brooklyn, and handle our business. Go in there, beat these dudes, get the 10-6. That's all that matters. I just brought that up real quick. I'm not trying to be negative about the kids. In my personal opinion, I just don't think they built for this. I just don't think they built for it. That's all. I'll leave it there. But tonight we got to be built for Brooklyn Nets, though. These guys are 3-13. They are not going nowhere, but they are playing good ball. Like Size 9 said, this team, they got some guys down there. Obviously, Michael Porter Jr. is their main guy, but they got guys down there who go hard, though. You know what I mean? And we got to be ready for these. Noah Clowney go hard. Nick Claxton still is Nick Claxton down there. And I like to do Shannon, what's his name? Not Shannon, what's his name? Sharp, Brandon Sharp, whatever. I like him. He's a good rebound on the offense side of the ball. He battles on the boards real hard. I love for the Knicks to get him as a backup. I'll take him over here in a minute. Sharon Sharp, I think I might be saying the last name, saying it right, but coming out of UNC a couple years ago. Guys like that, they've been around for 2 or 3 years, so they do understand the NBA, and I think the Knicks can't take them for granted shot power because these cats Knicks going in and sleep tonight. They can mess around and lose that game. They can mess around and lose it, and then we really gonna be wilding up in here. Thank you, my man King Ribby, Darren Sharp. That's my Deron Sharp. Yeah, he'd be a good backup center in New York behind Mitch and them. Because of what he do, he rebound the ball pretty well. He can mix it up in the middle a little bit. But thank you, my bro. So to you, King Ribby. But we just got to go out there and play these guys tonight. Shot power, leave no stones unturned and everything. Going in, get these captain business, get the 10-6. That's pretty much what it boiled down to today.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think the Knicks will have a different way of playing game. This, and I think, they understand this. it's good that this is happening right now. You know what I mean? We still over 500. We still in a winning record. We're still top 5 in the rankings, right? I think we 3 or 5. I did yeah, so we're still up there. So what we really going crazy for? You know what I mean? We got a couple of teams that are doing Super Saiyan right now and playing great basketball, and we'll get it together. You know what I mean? And maybe there may be some trades going on. It is still early. Remember the same thing last year. You know what I mean? We was complaining about ready to trade everybody and McKell and this and all that other stuff, and we still end up with 50 wins. Let's, you know, I think things will be okay. I think this team will get it together. You know what I mean? They're still trying to work out a little different Tibbs way of playing basketball, but in a Mike Brown style of offense. You know what I mean? And the defense is going to come. They're not on a chain or a string or whatever they call that link now, but on offense, you know what I mean? They got stretches where they can go Super Saiyan on you. So we'll be fine. You know what I mean? We'll work things out. It's a nice game to play. And I hope that this could be a game that they can learn from so that the score be a little, you'll see the difference in how good the Knicks are tonight. That's what I'm looking to see tonight. It was a terrible looking game against the Magics. It's a nice game against Brooklyn. Not taking anything away from Brooklyn, but I would like to see the Knicks double up on Brooklyn tonight. You know what I mean? Win by double digits, you know, high double digits tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna have to, and because the reason why I say this here, without Anunoby, without Shamet, like I said, you know, like I said earlier, everybody be harping on Deuce and Bride, but you wish you had Deuce and Bride and Shamet the other night to guard that ball, ladies and gentlemen. The point of attack is important in the NBA, especially in the way they play in the NBA now with all the pick and rolling, and it's so. I mean, it's so. How would I say? You just know what they're gonna do. And it read its ugly head the other night in Orlando. They could not stop that pick and roll. The defense, you know, we bought guys in there who, at one Shaman went down, it was like opening season for them dudes, you know. So, you know, we missed important guys on our team, man. Shaman is important to the Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. Deuce and Bride is important to the Knicks. That's all I can say. And we don't have, once them two dudes went down, we don't have nobody on that team, on that bench, rather, that was going to replace them.
And not to cut you off, Divine, but let's be clear too. Deuce was sick. It wasn't like Deuce was, you know, a pull hamstring or you know, meniscus tear or some crazy stuff like an ankle sprain or nothing like that. You know what I mean? It wasn't that. He just had a little cold. With the same thing with Mitchell Robinson, I believe, was experiencing last game because he didn't look good, and he should be out tonight with an undisclosed injury. That means a cold or something like that, like a flu or something, I believe.
Yeah. They, you know, they definitely missed that dude. Like I said, the guy could pick up 94 feet when he need to. He keep the point guards or the shooting guards in front of him. Shaman does the same thing. He keeps them dudes in front of him. You know what I mean? And when you want some dude to get past you, there ain't too much you could do because now they're breaking down the defense. They spraying the ball over here and there. They kind of do what we do. That's why sometimes, no matter what you may think about Jalen Brunson, sometimes you have to go ISO. Because, you know, in our situation, that game in Orlando, only we scored 120 because, you know, he had to do what he had to do sometime. You know, depending on the circumstance in the game and what the other team throwing at you, you know, and like them guys were getting down in the paint just like one like the one we had, who's probably one of the best dudes, one of the better guys in the NBA at getting down in the lane, either getting a shot off or getting like the dumps he was throwing to Mitchell Robinson. You know what I mean? Them came off of ISO plays. Sometimes you got to ISO Jalen Brunson because the other night, if you didn't ISO, we wouldn't even had 121 points. Like we would have had like 80, you know. So, and like I said, you could spray the ball around a lot of time, but sometimes the other team ain't gonna allow you to spray it because they're gonna take away the other guys, you know. On the court. And like that game was real quick. Cat didn't have it going in the first half. McHale did, but once you lost Shaman and all them, Jalen Brunson had no choice but to go ISO sometime. You know what I mean? Because you got to find a way to break that defense down, get in the lane, and once he get in the lane, he make things happen. So, you know, I would think about that over the last couple of days. I'm like, some people complain about Jalen Brunson go ISO. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Jordan went ISO. It's everybody go ISO, depending on the situation at the time or the circumstances in the game. Because you get a good team like Orlando Shop Howard, who got good perimeter defenders. You know what I mean? Good defenders on that team. and they keeping your other dudes in check. You ain't got no choice but to go ISO. You know what I mean? With your best players. So I say all that to say that our defense without Deuce McBride and Landry Shamet, that kind of happened to us the other day. Cause and then they try to throw Mitchell Robinson on Wagner. You can't do that.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can't throw Mitchell Robinson on a 6'9" dude who got skills like that, who's starting from the top of the key on you. You know what I mean? And
that's going straight downhill on you.
Downhill,
You're like 80% from the free throw line and all that. You just can't put Mitchell on him.
Yeah. King Ribby, he got an illness, man. I think he might got that illness that Deuce McBride had.
Mitch?
Yeah,
He probably some cold or something going on. You know what I mean?
They got the I need a break bug going on. But it's all good, ladies and gentlemen. You like I said, we'll be okay, man. Right now, I'm just getting out I'm getting out all the cons about the Knicks right now. So it's a pros and cons thing for me. Sometimes you got to take the good with the bad. And right now, I was disappointed the other night, ladies and gentlemen. I'm like I said, not that they lost the game. It's how they lost the game.
Facts.
We say it on this show every single time we on here. You give up 120 points, you're not winning a basketball game. Pretty much 9 out of 10 times you give up 120 points, you are not winning a basketball game in the NBA unless you score over 120 points. New York Knicks scored 121 points. We had nothing to do with no offense the other night. They scored 121 points, but they gave 130. So I was like, wow. That is crazy, man. They was open season down there. But you know what? Tonight, Brooklyn might not have the talent that Orlando has, but they like I said, they got guys, who ain't afraid to play.
It's New York, baby.
If you don't pay Michael Porter Jr., you don't pay Michael Porter Jr. and he start getting everybody hyped on their team, they might feed off him. You know what I mean? So we got to see how the night goes. Shut these dudes down tonight, man. Salute Jay Chosen. Gunsmoke is in the building. I know I'm rambling, man, but salute to y'all. Just want to put some things in there. Mr. D81, what's popping, man? What's good? Gunsmoke, like I said. Mr. Royce and Jermaine is in the building, man. Everybody, salute to everybody in the building, man. I'm done with that. I just wanted to get that off my chest. This is just the exhaling from the Orlando game, ladies and gentlemen. So we didn't get to do the recap. So I'm recapping for a few minutes with my energy. And I was disappointed they took my energy that night, man. Even though they still was in that game, though, I was like, they still got a chance to win. I think when they got down to 2 minutes, Mike Brown said, we better get him out of here because James about to get hurt. I'd be pissed off. So I say all that to say, man, we let them fight another day, Shot Powers.
Yeah, it happens. It is, and it does make a difference, in my opinion, that Deuce wasn't there. Shamet got hurt early. You know what I mean? We didn't have OG, you know what I mean? It makes a difference, to me, because OG would have been on Wagner, you know what I mean? Mitch could have rolled with somebody else. Mitch would have been with the guy that knocked Shamet's shoulder out instead of Cat. Cat would have been against somebody else or something like that. It could have been just changed the matchups and stuff like that. So, it is what it is. You know what I mean? We learn, it ain't that we lost. We learned. We can't give up over 120 points and think that we're going to win, especially if we're not hitting shots. Now, if we've flown with shots and stuff like that, of course, they could probably get 120 points because we already had 131 points. But, like the beginning of the year. So it's starting to slow down a little bit, but let's see. We're missing guys. Not trying to put it out there, but OG is, 19, 20 points a game. A couple of assists, couple of rebounds, a couple of steals, couple of blocks. We missing that. We missed that from Deuce. Deuce's did he have 25? What game was it? Wasn't it just like didn't he just score like 20, 25 points? We missing numbers like that from Deuce McBride. We missed that. I hope I didn't look at anything. I hope that he's well tonight. I think it was a bug. I hope that he's back tonight. If Mitchell Robinson up, we need someone else to step up off the bench. Maybe you might see one of these guys from the G League come over here tonight. Who knows? I don't know what's going to happen. I would like to see Huckapurdy, but they don't like Huckapurdy like I like Huckapurdy. Hulk. You know what I mean? They don't like him like I like him. So they see something that I do not see when he's out there. That's why he's not getting no burn. You know what I mean? That's why Pacone is not getting. We see, anyway, these guys that we got NBA talent, but they're second round picks. These ain't the IQs when we get IQ, the Grimes and those type of first round picks and stuff, the Obi Toppins. These ain't those same picks like that. All right, these are not those picks. All right, let's not get it twisted now. Now that we see, I mean, it's still early, and these guys still could come back and have phenomenal season. I'm not saying they're not, but what I'm saying is they not those guys. And let's remember they still second round picks. Except for Pacone. Pacone is a first round pick, I think. Pacone is the first round.
And they're second round with those. They 30th pick, though. But yeah, man, like I said, they got a chance tonight, though. See, that's why I like, even when I look at the game tonight, them guys gonna play. The War are gonna play tonight. I'm happy with what I see from him, but I like his effort, his defense. I like the way he can bring the ball up. I like his size. I think once he get that 3-ball going a little bit more, like a couple of games before, they hit some nice threes in that game. But I think he got a chance to really get a chance to go while Anunoby gone. So I think they got to really take advantage of him. Coley did all right the other night, but like they lose on. See, what the problem is, for everything we want them to do on the offense side of the ball, they get smashed on the defense side of the ball.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I keep saying these guys ain't built for this, because you could get a bucket, but what good is it getting a bucket if you're giving up 6 buckets? You know what I mean? So if you score 7 points, but you give up 14, your plus minus still is minus. You know, that's why I think these guys that we have, I don't know if they're gonna pan out because they're not defense-minded basketball players. And in a Knicks team in New York City, which is the grittiest city, you got to be gritty on that side of the ball. That's been the New York Knicks staple since day one. You know what I mean? I just don't think these guys built like that. I think the Warrior got it like that, but I'm not sure about anybody else. So we'll see how it goes. I could be wrong. They got to prove me wrong, but it's not looking good to me, man. I think we want these guys to come in here and get a couple of buckets. Tyler Kohler got buckets today, but he was getting 8 up on the other side of the ball. So you're not a plus. I don't care how many points you score. If the guy out you playing score more than you, you're really not a plus. And I don't think they got the defense mentality to make it on a higher scale in New York for what we're trying to do. We're trying to get to the championship game. That's our aspiration. So let's see how it goes. They got an opportunity. They guys are injured. Shaman is out. OG is out. These guys got to show. They got a chance to make it happen. But y'all keep looking if y'all looking at what I'm looking at every time I watch him play, the New York Knicks could be up 20 points and put all them dudes in, they blow a lead that fast. That's because their defense game is not my man Daddy ain't them defense ain't built for New York City. They're not this level. They might need to go somewhere down in San Antonio somewhere somewhere down there where the pressure is too much pressure for them dudes, Shop out. That's why I think it is. But tonight, go in there. If you get your opportunity night, go on there and get Brooklyn a business. Go on there and let you got to make Mike Brown know that you got to play me.
Facts.
Grind.
I'm here if you need me. I'm here if you need me. That's what I want to see tonight. Yep. I'm here. You need me. When you look down the bench, yeah. I got you. Come on, I got you. You want some minutes? Come on. Yeah, that's what I want tonight.
Yeah. They got to make these dudes. You got to make Mike Brown say, you know what? You got to play me. That's why I love the Mike. I really like that about Quentin Grimes and they say you got to play me. You know what I mean? Plus, not only I'm talented, but I'm hungry for it. So you know what I mean? And I think the Warrior going to be that guy that will get there. I like his game. I really do, man. I'm a big, me, Shop out. I've been a Bacone Daddy fan since the day he walked in the summer league. I liked what he was doing, the way his attention to the game and everything, the way he paid attention to the game, and the detail of movement and all that. And I just think these guys is not because they're not talented. I just think they're in the wrong position at the wrong time. You know what I mean? Like Bacone Daddy, them guys need to be on an under 500 team who not going nowhere. You know
so they could get minutes, so they can get the rhythm.
Yeah, right. They need to be on a team so they can get minutes because they're not getting them in New York. They are not getting them. Once the Knicks get healthy, you will not see these dudes. So right now, to me, when the trading deadline come, because you still got McCullough Jr., you still got the Warrior, you still got Dink Pate down there. You got guys who replace these $2 million, $3 million that we gave the guys up there and use that to go in there and get another body that could really get some minutes because you got almost $2 million, $1 million that's not playing. You're not even playing them. You know what I mean? So go get a guy who you could play that can get that $2 million. Look at Sham at $2 million. Look at Clark's at $2 million. Go spend that $2 million to help you get to a championship and worry about retooling later when you got guys in your Westchester team who probably can come up and do the same thing they do. Do I think Dink Pate and McCullough Jr. could do what Daddy A and them do? Hell yeah. Especially McCullough Jr. and Dink Pate. I think they could do what Daddy A and them do. So to me, send them on cats up out of here, man. No disrespect. Send them up out of here because they're not going to get the burn we need anyway. So tonight, let's go ahead and get these boys to finish, beat these Nets, man. Try to beat them, get the 10-6, move up a little bit. We probably stay where we at. We 6th in the association right now, so we probably move up eventually. But make no mistake about it, ladies and gentlemen. By the trade deadline, something happened in New York. Something happened in New York. So I say all that to say that I think something's going to happen. Let me throw the injury reports and everything in there, man, and then we get back at it. So to everybody in the building who came in, man, it's like size 9s in the building. Jay Choda, what's popping, my dude? And Peace to the God. A lot of wives is in the building. Nods to you, my bro. Hey, man, the great Minneapolis. Hey, my man, what's good, dude? Good to see you. Real, man, my man in the building. Amen. The great from Minneapolis. My man, salute to you, man. Good to see you, my bro. I see you in the chat. I mean, you live, and I hope you well. Dougie Fresh is in the building all the way to heaven. Cam from the Kickback is in the building. I'm salute to the whole chat, man. Everybody, man. I'm rambling, but there's some good stuff here, though. Coach is in the building. Coach Sar, what's good, my dude? Prezi the boss is in the building. Prezi, what's popping, my man? Real talk, man. But yeah, we just got to just try to be better at what we're doing, man. That game was disappointing. We're gonna take it all up out here and hopefully we live to fight another day. Hey Sherman, real quick before you get up out of here, let me ask you a question before you leave. Would you do just give me a yes or no? Would you do Anthony Davis if that was available for Cat? Just yes or no. I mean, not holding you to anything, but being that you just said happened to get rid of Cat, would you do that, Sherwin, if that came available for AD and Cat? He said in a second, my man. It's all good, bro. Thank you, my man. Real talk. Coach said, hell no. Ladies and gentlemen, you better look at that Aspire money, though. Better look at that Aspire money. He said,
it's a lot of variables.
Sherman said, I drive Cat to Dallas.
It's a lot of variables.
Cat to Dallas. Oh, that's a good one. Susie, appreciate it, Sherman. But yeah, man, like I said, it's out there, man. I just throw it out there because it's out there in the universe. So it ain't like, it's out there. You know what I mean? But make no mistake about it. I'm gonna tell you something though. That AD is the real deal, ladies and gentlemen. Forget what you heard. That man is a legitimate real deal on both sides of the ball. He do things that at 7 foot that some of these 6'9", 6'10" players can't even do. So I ain't hating. If the man the only caveat is you can say about AD is the injuries. That's it. You can't say shit about his game, his skills, nothing. Only thing you can say is his injuries. That's it. And ain't too many players. Here's why I understand why Sherman would say that. His defense is top notch, ladies and gentlemen. His defense is top notch. I mean that sincerely. He ain't letting you come in there with that BS that be coming down the paint without mentioning him there. He only 32, ladies and gentlemen. Jordan Clarkson 33, Brunson 30. AD is 32 years old. 32 on an expiring deal. You ain't got to sign him back after this. I don't care if you get him for the half of the season. You know what? Because he on an expiring deal. You ain't got to sign him back. But like I said, you might save yourself $50-something million or $200 million down the line. I was telling Shy Power, this is no joke. I don't want to do it. But if you do Anunoby, hypothetically, this is a hypothetical, ladies and gentlemen. It really is. I'm not even trying to trade for him. But I'm talking about if I was the Knicks front office, they looking at stuff like this here. Mitchell Robinson is due for extension. Are you going to give Mitchell Robinson $20 million knowing that he don't play much as AD do? Yes or no? I don't think. Anunoby makes almost $40 million. Or do you think that hamstring every year?
We got lucky with him last year.
Right. So this is all hypothetical. Don't beat me up. I'm just giving you some scenario. This is a scenario thing. You get to save almost close in a 4-year span, $300 million. Because Anunoby got paid $215. He had 37, 30, 38 a year. Mitchell Robinson's going to seek anywhere from 17 to 20. So you got 4 years of not giving Mitchell Robinson and Anunoby money. You got all that money off the books. And even if you don't even keep AD, you got rid of all that money. Now you got some money to go in there and do something else as well. And I'm not advocating for another, but if this is what the Knicks front office is thinking, This is what the Knicks. This is not what Divine thinking. I always try to play GM just to try to kind of let everybody understand the reason why I might see them doing it. Not because I want to do it. This is the reason why I see why they might do it. Because the two players that I'm giving up since they've been Knicks has been injured every year. Every year they've been injured. So, and even if you don't sign AD back, you cleared Cat's 60 million or Anunoby, I'm going to say 30, 40 million, and you don't have to sign Mitchell Robinson to an extension. So there you go. That's why I understand why they would look at that. If it presents itself and you're going to get this dude, he's not like, his stock is not very high. Dallas can't go out there and rob you. If anything, they better take some swaps. You know what I mean? So I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. That's crazy to me, man. I mean, like, if this dude do play, Cat and AD or Cat and Anunoby, whatever. I'm not Cat and my man Davis Shaw Power. Davis and any one of them, whether Davis and Cat or Davis and Anunoby, man, you got a problem. I don't know. So I gotta see. Man, for real. It's gonna be crazy, man. I'm not advocating getting rid of them, ladies and gentlemen. These just scenarios. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you know, just to feed into it, you know what I mean? I probably wouldn't do Cat. I would probably do OG and Mitch. You know what I mean? I would probably go that way, you know what I mean, for the money wise. But you know, it's gonna be out there, it's gonna be something to talk about, and you know, something to listen about. Everybody talking about AD. We were talking about AD how long ago? I mean, when we talking about getting AD a couple of years back or something like that. So I mean, you know, let's see what happens.
Yeah, I don't want to trade none of them, but being that I don't own the Knicks and I ain't James Dolan, I ain't Leon Rose, it don't matter what we think anyway. They're gonna do what they feel is best for their organization. But I guarantee you. But see, travel by, that's a good one. Why you put that gymnastics thing up? That clears the book for him. You see what I'm saying, Shaw Powers? You get him for half a season. You get AD for half of a season on expiring. You can either sign and trade him, or you could just let him walk. You got the cap space. You can go get a Giannis now and don't worry about the money. You see what I'm saying? This is the business side of this shit. You know what I mean? So even if you get AD for a half a season, and then at the end of the season, don't even bring him back. Let him walk. Just let him walk. I don't care. But then you got that cap space, bro. And that he's not aspiring, but I think if not, he got a year and an option. But no matter what, I would get him. I think his skill set is unmatched, man. Real talk, man. And these guys, I don't know. I don't want to pay this cat a lot of money. Hey, Prezi, if you can, what's his contract? What's AD's contract? If you could throw it up there, if you know, I'm not sure what it is. I thought it was expiring. I might, if that's bad information, I apologize for that. I thought he had a expiring, but if not, then okay, he did. That's right, I did see that. Okay, you did put it up there. Thank you, Press. I did see that up there. I was going to read it. He said, yeah, there you go. AD making 54 this season, 58 next season, and a player option. Okay, then that means I wouldn't do it then. I wouldn't do it. I would see now that I see that contract. I thought he had expiring. I wouldn't do it because now you know that's a lot of money.
Now you bought into him.
Now you bought into him. So now that changes my perspective a lot because I thought he had expiring, but yeah, he making cap money. He might not be able to sustain that 54, 58. 62. If he can't give me 65 or 70 games, that's a lot of money to eat, not knowing if a player going to play a lot. So after all that shit I just put out there, pardon me. Now, but like that was an aspiring deal, then I would have did it. So I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, for this information on that one. I really did think that dude was an aspiring deal. But Prezi just put it out there. He corrected that information. Thank you, Prez. Real talk. So listen, that's another conversation for another day. We go the other route, but now we just got to get a couple of guys to fulfill some voids till my man will get back. We get it like that, man. Let me get this the injury reports line or something. We get back at it. But good conversation though. It was a good conversation. But like I said, if it was the other way, I would have did that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would have took that money. Ball one. Solid. Apologize. Ladies and gentlemen, real quick, I look at them stats right there. Shot power, we still scoring 120 a game. Rebounding numbers went down like 1 point. Assists still with it where it has been for the last week or something. 3-point percentage went down maybe a point or two. We was at 38 one time. We went down to 37, but at the Orlando game, we had 36.6. So we kind of getting around the league average. And field goal percentage 46.3. On the other side of the ball, Brooklyn only scoring 109, 39 rebounds, and a game, 24 assists. From the numbers, ladies and gentlemen, we should beat these guys today. You know what I mean? If you look at these numbers on the board, but that don't mean that's the way the game going to go today. But if anything according to the numbers, Shop House, we will beat these guys today for sure.
Yeah, I'm as you look at the numbers, we've been, last couple of games we've been right around these numbers, you know what I mean? And we haven't had our full contingency. So once we get back, hopefully with Deuce playing maybe hopefully tonight, Mitchell Robinson may be out tonight. So we still got Shamif out now, and now someone that's in the rotation. Let's be clear. Shamit is a rotational player, and OG as a rotational player. We need guys to step up, but I think we can do this. This is a good game to learn. You know what I mean? Get out there, play the basketball that you need to do to win, because we're not going to have Shamit and OG back. So you get out there and play like this is going to be your position next game, because more than likely you're going to play about the same as you played tonight next game too. So let's see these guys, especially if they put DeWar out there, if Yabu get a little bit more minutes and so on and so forth. We're going to need to step up from everybody tonight. Good heads up, hands in the cookie jar, all the things that we've been doing that have been winning us games. We need all those things to come back tonight so we can bring it to the next game against Hornets Wednesday, right? We play Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Right.
Yep, absolutely. Yep, absolutely. Let me ask you a question. If Mitch don't play tonight, do you go Yabusele, or do you go Yabusele? Do you go Yabusele, Hawk-Porty, or Josh Hart, or DeWar?
Hold up, is Deuce playing tonight?
He's not on the injury report.
Right. Excuse me. I think he was sick. Like I said, I think he had a bug. So if Deuce is playing tonight, it may be you may see out there tonight. Let me think. I'm not sure who's going to be out there tonight. I'm not sure, because Shamit will be that guy. If they're going to be Deuce, or is it going to be Josh Hart? I'm not sure. It might be Brunson's playing, so Deuce is going to stay in the second unit. I think it'd be Josh Hart tonight.
Okay. And who else? Because Josh Hart only going to replace Shamit.
That's right. He's only
yeah. I'm talking about at the 5 spot. Mitchell Robinson is our starting center. So who?
No, I think Cat'll start as the center tonight. That's what I mean. All right, that's what I mean. Cat started the center. I'm not sure
Who plays the
who's going to
four?
come in. I think Hulk Purdy would be the backup in the
Okay.
backup.
I do think I do think that I think he can either go with Yabusele, Salute J Chosen. He can either go with Yabusele at the 4, Cat at the 5 with Yabusele.
At the 4.
Then you got Mikhail, Hart, or Deuce, or Clarkson. I don't know. Down at that one.
Exactly.
That two could go a many way. The 2 can go Clarkson, can go Deuce, it can go Josh Hart. But that 4 spot or that 5 spot, whichever one, the 5 spot mentions a 5 anyway. So that can I think it's either Hawk or Yabusele. But if they throw the war in there, I'll be tapping it. I'll be happy in the camper, yo. But Jay Taylor, what's popping, my man? What's going on with you, Brody?
Chilling, Brody. You know what it is, man. Peace of both of you. Peace Divine. Peace Shop P. You know what it is.
You're ready.
Sir.
Mitch is officially, it says out on my screen right now.
Okay.
Yeah, he got that bug.
Yeah, he got something. You got me. I tell you what, you got me hyped. You got me hyped.
Hold that thought for a minute. On Dias got the information. He said Deuce and Josh are starting tonight.
They are.
There we go. Yeah, see, there you go.
Yeah.
OD, the on-spot reporter.
Yeah,
Dias.
good looking on. Good information,
you, bro.
It's a short team tonight. Tonight, the starters Brunson, Hart, Deuce, obviously Mikhail, and Cat at the center.
Okay.
So
damn, that means all of
we got it. Well, I think they start Hart because of a couple of reasons, right? If Mitch is out,
we need rebounding.
Yeah, we need rebound help, right? We need rebound help with their front court rebounds. So you got Hart with Cat starting together. They both rebound good, and the other guys
that's last year's team.
Good shooters. What's that, brother?
Much, right? Yeah, that like he said last year's team pretty much.
Yeah, but almost.
Yeah, right. Go ahead. My bad.
Somebody mentioned last night, I don't know what else, maybe Sim, so it was like, if they just put Hart in there right now, and it was this Mitch, Cat, Hart, Mikhail, I was like, that's last year's team, man. That's last year's team.
If you just put Anunoby in there, yeah,
that's what I'm saying. OG is missing from that, and
real quick, go to the bench for me. So now that you got Josh Hart, who was a bench player, and Deuce and Bride is a bench player in the starting lineup. So now you're going Clarkson,
Yabusele if he plays. I mean,
Dewara.
Yep, Dewara.
Kolick. And maybe Hot Porty. And Dewara, obviously. Okay, so them young guys are gonna get a chance to get some burn tonight. I hope they take the best of it tonight.
Can I be honest? What I really thought they were going to do, I don't know why I thought this. Maybe it was just my own hope, right? But I thought because they went from 1 to 2 to 10, and it's Brooklyn, why not keep Hart? We need rebound and help, right? But why not keep Hart on that bench? Because our bench is now very thin. Right? So why not keep Hart on that bench and throw Diawara, start him at the 4, throw him in the fire, let him play at least 5 minutes in there, 6'9", let him grab a few rebounds, bounce up, play some ball, and then if it gets weird, you could pull him out, put the guys in there that we're talking about now. I would have did that to him.
What you were gonna say, Shop House? Yeah, that makes sense too.
I think they're just gonna stagger the lineup. I think they'll play Josh Hart less minutes in the starting lineup in the first quarter. They'll play him 3-4 minutes, and then they'll put the other guys in, and then bring Josh Hart back in the second unit. He'll be a multi. He'll have a 36, 38 minutes tonight. He's gonna play 2 roles tonight: the starting unit and the bench unit. He's gonna be on both teams tonight. That's what I think they're gonna do.
Right. And then when AD coming in, he's starting AD, or is AD coming off the bench?
AD gonna be starting.
You got me hyped.
Yeah, I
Oh
know,
my
man.
God.
Like I said, man, I really thought that situation was different, but if it was, but I would have did it. But let me ask you a question. We
Oh,
talked
man.
about this a couple of streams ago, man. Listen, these guys got an opportunity, man. I'm telling you, they better go out there and get it tonight for the next couple of games. I mean, I'm looking at these games right here mean a lot. Jay Choda, Sharp Howard. You're going up against a 3-13 team. They going in the other direction. So the guys like Kolig and Dewara and Pacome and all them, this is a good time to get out there and show your skills. Say, I'm not getting 2 minutes tonight. I might get 12 minutes tonight. You know what I mean? So you got to go out there and take advantage of the game tonight. I'm looking forward to you guys getting out there tonight. I want all these guys to make it in New York, man. You know what I mean? So they got to go out there and try to showcase their talent and get some buckets and play some defense. And try to really let Mike Brown know that whenever you call on me, I'll be ready. There's one thing to be called on and you're not ready. And it's another thing to be called on and you're ready. And that's what I loved about Tibbs so much. And he always kept these guys ready. For much you might not like Tibbs, one thing you can really say, them dudes was always ready. Always
And
ready.
if they weren't,
yep,
they right back on the end of the bench, right next to Walt Frazier, sitting there right there, helping calling the game.
Yeah. So let's hope these guys ready. I want to see the Knicks still go out there tonight. Shout out to Jay Choden. I think we good enough to still, without all the players, without the guys we missing. You missing. Here's what's crazy about it. You are literally missing 4 of your best defenders tonight. Mitchell Robinson, Anunoby, Deuce McBride, and Landry Shaman. You're literally missing these four out of the 5 of your best 6 or whatever are your best defensive players. And that's what happened in Orlando the other night. So you got to go out there tonight.
No, Deuce playing.
Huh? Oh, yeah, Deuce playing. Yeah, but the game before, yeah, he's playing. That's right. I'm sorry. You're missing 3 of the 4 your best players, defensive-wise anyway.
Yeah, but you're right, though.
Yep. And so let's see if they can capitalize. But I think that's going to be good, though, for these guys because they're going to play tonight. Make no mistake about it. Shout out the young boys playing tonight, and I hope they go out there and do their thing tonight for sure.
Yeah, they got no choice. You know what I mean? It's sink or float or sink. You know what I mean? This is gonna let you know if you're gonna stay around a little longer and get a couple more minutes so you can showcase yourself, or you're gonna sit on the end of that bench and get them white towels and start going like this with them. Mm-hmm. So that's the bottom line right there. So let's see. I still think he's going to run a 8-man-ish rotation, and I think he is going to try to stay away from the guys as much as possible. But let's see what happens. And I mean, I would like to see the guys get out there and perform. So that's what I want to see. And this is a good chance for them to get out and try to perform against a team that's going the other way.
Yeah, especially my man, though, even though he's not a young dude, but I'm going to tell you this, it was an important night for him because I think he get a lot of minutes. It's Yabusele.
Facts.
He gets to get a lot of minutes tonight. Yeah, so he might get in a better rhythm. I like the way he's been playing on the other side of the ball lately, his hustle, his activity. So this might be a good night for him to say, well, you know what? I'm getting 15, 20 minutes a night. You know what I mean? I'll get it popping out there. That'd be nice. Let me shout out some people in the chat, man, while y'all in there. Like I said, Nick Nation, my man, what's good, Nick Nation? Good to see you, bro. On Diaz, thank you for the information. AP, everybody. Mark Singray, what's good, Mark? What's good, my man? Salute to you as well. D. Ross, you already know how we do. Rod, do what's popping. I'm salute to everybody in the building, man. Real talk, man. Thank y'all for coming in. Listen, this ain't no. How would I say? Stellar, crazy opponent, a game or a high octane game and all that from the energy standpoint and the competition level. Because 2 teams going in a different direction. We going one way, they going the other way. You know what I mean? But it's still an NBA game, and I still think if the Knicks don't bring their A game tonight, with all the injuries they got, they could lose this game. You know what I mean? So they got to come in there like they playing the old KC Thunder tonight. Who you play, you got to come out there and come 110% every night. I'm not expecting no different. Every night you got to bring your A game. And I think I think they got a bad taste in it because I think they got embarrassed the other day. I think they got embarrassed in Orlando. I felt embarrassed for the Knicks the other night. I was not happy with that game whatsoever. Not about the loss, about the way it played out. But I also understand why I had my dad, but still I really wasn't happy with that, man. I left a bad taste in my mouth for real. So I'm kind of hoping tonight Brooklyn can get it out. Hopefully Knicks bring us some scope in the building tonight. Or Chris or whatever, Listerine. Listerine. You gotta get this shit out of my mouth, this taste out of my mouth. Because I was not happy with that Orlando. But we live to fight another day, Jay told them, like I said, you just got
a Jolly Rancher or something. Yeah, listen,
right,
man.
for
Like,
real. Yeah, go ahead, man.
for real, man. Yo, so you something. Yo, you know what? We went into this season. All right, let's put a little perspective on everything. We went into the season. We were a team to beat. We were a team to beat, if not the team to beat. We were the top level of teams to beat in the East and in the league. Few people go down. If you're a team to beat and a few people go down, and they're important people, this OG's important to our team. Brunson was hurt for a few games, down, came back. If you can do that and still hold on to a few games above 500, stay in that hunt, you what are we like? I think whatever, still in the top area of right. So if we got to go out there and show them why we were picked this way. What would leave a bad taste even worse than the last game, because the last game, what did it remind you of? It reminded you of, or me at least, of when we always had those bad third quarters. But we played great. That first half wasn't bad. The first half, it was all right. We were fine. Then we came in, like we left half our oomph in the locker room. So we got to come out there and say, all right, little Brooklyn, whoever, we're still the Knicks. I don't care if we don't got OG. I don't care if Mitch is feeling sick. We got the captain. We got Cat. We got just that alone right there. I just said it right there. We got Jalen Brunson and we got Karl Anthony Towns. Right there alone should be something that you say they don't got, no matter what, no matter who they put on the court, they don't have those two fellas, no matter what. Then you add in Josh Hart, who's a Swiss Army knife, and then you add in Deuce, who's been playing well, and Clarkson's getting double digits on his points off the bench. We got people. This is what we said when the doorbell rings. Who's gonna answer the door when the door's open and you can open it? Who's gonna be the one walking through? Who is?
Walk through it.
Yeah. So if it's not Hakaporti, if it's not Diawara, in my opinion, because of it's a good time to show them I can do something. And if Yabusele, I'm gonna tell you right now, for me personally, Yabusele's been doing so streaky and then also bad, right? Bad to streaky. If he doesn't go out there and show that he can really, really play some ball, then you really got to think about what's going on with him and contracts, all sorts of stuff. Because then you're starting to think, all right, this is it. This is kind of like, all right, this is a bit too much. Because he should be able to come in no problem and drop 12 and 6. What's the problem with getting 15 and 7, 15 and I'll take 15 and 5. Leave it. He can do it. 12 and 5. He can do it.
Or just give it your average from last year. You averaged 11 last year. Give us that.
I'll take it.
Yeah, just give. That's what you pay. And don't get me wrong. We can't expect guys like that who make $5 million to give you 20 points. But just give me that what you gave me last year. He shot 30-some% from downtown last year, almost 38% from downtown, 11 a game, almost 5 or 6 rebounds. Just give me them numbers. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I say all that to say, to me, this team, all I'm worried about, I'm not even worried about this team. I'm just worried about the defense. I just want us to get our defense together. The New York Knicks putting up, listen, the game the other day, ladies and gentlemen, they put up 120 points. What I mean? They put up 120 points. They're averaging 120 points a game this year. So far, you just got to get that defense in the forefront. I never worry about the Knicks offense. On no given night with Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, all he do, I don't worry about the Knicks offense. I never. That's why I never complain about it. I don't listen. Orlando got a good defensive team, and we put up 120 on them. It's that other side of the ball. That's the side that I'm concerned about. For at least right now, anyway. Right now, I think it'll get better. Later on in the season, once Anunoby get back, and Mitch and all these guys they get more acclimated for the defensive unit. But as far as scoring the ball, I ain't sweating. Knicks got bucket getters. I mean, they got two. They got one of the better ones at the point guard position in the NBA, and they got one of the better ones at the 5 spot in the NBA, or power forward, whatever you want to call it. New York, they got two dudes who one of the top 5 at their position in the NBA. Jalen Brunson to me is top 5, and I think Tall-Leafy Towns is damn near top 5. So you know what I mean? Just like you said, so we got guys like get buckets, and even my man started slow. Tall-Leafy Towns ended up with 20, 40 other night. You know what I mean? So, but the rebound was the first time he didn't have a double in a while, but it happens. And I think they'd be fine, Shaw Powell and Jai Taylor. But tonight, don't take these guys for granted. I'm gonna go out there on a limb tonight and say, despite all the players, Mitch being out, Sherman being out, and Anunoby being out, I think the New York Knicks go out there tonight, beat Brooklyn. But I'm gonna temper my expectations from a scoring standpoint, because just due to the fact you're not gonna have Sherman's 10 right now. He averaged almost 10 a game. You're not gonna have that. Mitchell Robinson's rebounding per se, a little bit of defense. Even though lately he's been kind of a suspect a little bit. And I think obviously you got Anunoby 6-17. I think he's averaged 16, 17 a game so far this year, maybe 18, right around there. You're not gonna have all that. But I'm gonna go out on them night say the New York Knicks. Tonight they shot Powell. I'm gonna go out and say New York Knicks 117, Brooklyn Nets 103. 117, 103.
That's good numbers right there.
Yeah,
control the pace. Control the pace, grab your rebounds, shoot your free throws, shoot over 37% from three-point land. Let's get over 27 assists a night. I think the Knicks are going to show back up tonight, and my fandom, I want the Knicks to win big tonight. Not super big, but big enough that you could be like, okay, that's a big win. I got the Knicks winning tonight. 118-101, New York Knicks, 118-101. This way we step up in the defense against this team. We run some new plays against this team, and we'll augment that with guys that's coming off the bench to score some baskets. Not so much our starters or so, but let's see what the guys off the bench can do tonight.
Real quick before Jay Cho to go, give me your unexpected performer tonight. Who rises to the occasion off that bench tonight?
Yabusele, I keep telling him because I want him to do this. 4 3-pointers tonight for Yabusele, 6 rebounds, 2 steals, and 1 block. Yabusele tonight. Let's get it.
Go ahead, Jay.
Okay. You kind of dialed each other. All right. Listen, what I think is this. We need to go out there and show them with the New York Knicks. We got 2 reigning all-stars on our team, okay? We got Captain Clutch on our team. We got one of the best big man shooters that ever played the game of basketball on our squad, on the Knicks. We are chosen to beat them. We are chosen to win. I know I like the word chosen. I think that we're going to go out there, and I'm going to give you the guy in a second, but I'm going to give you the score first. I think we're going to go out there. It's going to be something like, I'm going to go 116. I'm going to go 116, 104. 116, 104. Okay. I think it's going to be, we don't have our OG on defense. A couple of our defenders are missing. I want the same. I want to see 30. I want to see the assist. What do you say? 27. I want to see 30 assists tonight, and I want to see them pass, shoot, and make them go. My guy tonight, the guy I never ever really picked, that I really believe is going to do something good, is, and only because I usually pick somebody else, Mikal. I think that Mikal needs to have the type of game that he could have. And if he does, we win the game 116-104.
Okay. I like the score.
He like beating up on Brooklyn.
I'm going to tell you this right here. Yep. My guy tonight, because I think because he gets a minute, I'm hunting for D Warren tonight.
I was going to say him.
I'm looking for Muhammad Wall to give me 10 points, 6 rebounds, couple of steals, and knock down a couple of threes tonight, man. Just to get his confidence going. I just want him to get that confidence up and keep moving. And I think tonight against a team like Brooklyn, with all the injuries that we have, that guy might get a chance to play some good minutes tonight if he stay on the floor and do the right thing. So I'm looking for that, man. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, it's Brooklyn Nets. It is what it is. Battle of the boroughs. You know what? And like I said, this game ain't no gimme game because listen, we missing top players too. You know what I mean? But you know, we can't take them cats for granted tonight. We got to go out there and smack the crap out of them tonight, man. For real, we need to get that win back, and I think we will, man. I think we get it done tonight. I'm confident in this team. I'm always going to root for the Knicks every night, man. If you ask me the Knicks to win tonight, I don't care if they play okay. So you ask me the Knicks to win tonight, yes, they are. That's just how I get down. They can go 88 to 8. We know they ain't going 82-0. But if you ask me, I'm going to tell you every night because I believe if the Knicks play their A game, they can beat anybody. If they bring their A game, usually when the Knicks don't win, they don't bring their A game. Like the other night, they didn't bring their defense A game. They lost the game, but they scored up by 20. So if they play on both sides of the ball every night with the talent that we got, I think they can beat just about anybody in the NBA. So that's why we always do what we do in here. But we know reality is nobody going to win every 82 game. Nobody going undefeated in the NBA. But if you ask Nick real talk, are you happy to pick some predictions? I'm going 82-0. we know they might lose the game, but I'm going to pick them to win. So listen, let's watch this thing, man. Let's get it popping. We all got the Charlotte Hornets on Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen, the day before Thanksgiving. So I wish happy Thanksgiving to those who might not make it in the building Wednesday. But if you don't, man, y'all enjoy your holiday season with your friends and your family and all that good stuff, man. Get full, have fun, and do all that good stuff. Be safe out there. Don't drink and drive, none of that crazy stuff. Y'all just be safe. Get your Pepto-Bismol, get your X-Lax. I don't know. Yeah, right. But just enjoy your family and friends, man, and give thanks to everybody, man. We out of here, man. Divine, Jay, Choden, Jay, thank you for coming on with a little late, but I appreciate you, man. We get it, man. Let's go ahead and get this thing popping. Oh, hey, AP said, okay, so he's going 81-1. They balling though, AP. I'm telling you, they're a handful, man. For real. They are a handful.
Hey, let them go 81-1 and lose to us in the finals. How about that? Let them go 81-1.
There you go. Now,
how about that?
Listen, we're gonna be all right, New York, ladies and gentlemen. I know. We, with the way the ship, we 99-6. It look like we playing Peaks and Valley basketball, and all that. But we gonna peak when Anunoby and everybody get back. We gonna be on our thing. They're still gonna be up there now. I ain't jumping off the wagon or nothing. Like I said, we just got to get it all back together, man. Get it formulated, like my man Sean Powell say, formulation in the building, man. And we got to do it. But until then, y'all enjoy the game. We will see y'all Wednesday and all that good stuff. Knicks and Charlotte down here, man. So we get it popping. Jay, thank you, my brother. Sean Powers.
You're ready.
Your peace.
Peace. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all.
You're ready.
You are now about to witness
Knicks real talk just entered the chat. We ain't Google apps like Google Maps. We don't use our YouTube frugal with stats as usual. Fact. It's your man, the brand is hands on, going hard like calluses. Who's style just aiming at the mental with the game analysis on a pregame show. With the script, we get it like crypto in the rip though. I side really cryptic, we locked them from the get go. On this Knicks show, it's the co-pilots in the cloud like Microsoft. We hot like salt. The KRT drip club leading up the tip off. We flew by confident, put your Nick content in beast mode like our charm. We a cheat code, we roll the bar too far for you to reach on. We get our teach on the show that's fire. Prior to Knicks going to the wire. Hit the entire game, somewhere in front of me, the numbers be. They don't lie, Korea popped up from the third eye. You heard why? It's the #1 pregame show that's hitting like Soto. But picture the photo of your bro to the lens that moto. It's the OGs, we outside riding in the orange blue sky. In the Metropolitan, we connect in the vets go wallowing. And the matters with the massive without shaking asses. The team streaming on major platforms and passing fans asking who the creed that's in the building killing this Nick kid assassin.
You are now about to witness
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
You are now about to witness
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
You are now about to witness
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire! on fire! He's on fire!